Hi, I'm Asatsu5, and this is a scenario that I witnessed the last day of school my senior year. To kind of give you a background of how this all started is, a lot of schools have a tradition of the senior prank. A bunch of the seniors will come up and do something like wrap the school, put stuff on the roof, put tiles on the flagpole, put the picnic tables on the roof and in parking places. Just for the most part harmless stuff. But it can go wrong, and our school decided to have a planned senior prank. Now, how this goes is there'll be one night that the seniors, will be allowed to come to the school and wrap it under the supervision of the teachers. And the deal was that the seniors get to wrap the school, but the juniors have to clean it up, and that way the juniors, when they become seniors, would be able to do it. And what happened was, the next day, the day that this scenario happened, some juniors were cleaning up, and one of them decided that he was going to be real cute and break into vehicles that didn't belong to him. Now, granted, the students left them unlocked because the ideal of someone getting into our vehicles without our permission was just a very foreign ideal, because for the most part, we didn't have a bunch of problems with breaking and entering at our school. And I was one of them. I left my Jeep unlocked every day. And this one kid who was picking up the toilet paper and putting it in other people's vehicles, he actually went up to my vehicle and opened it up, and I ran over there and literally grabbed him and yanked him out of my vehicle, and I successfully locked it afterwards. And you could almost say that it was almost kind of my fault, because I went in to my class and I said, hey, the juniors are breaking into the cars, putting toilet paper in there. But I was just letting people know, so if they left their vehicles unlocked, they can lock them. And I didn't really expect this to happen. And I don't consider myself liable for these events, but I did let some of the students know that people were breaking into the vehicles and putting trash in there. Now, after I told my class about this, I went back outside with my video camera, and I was just gonna, film around, see what I can see, and if anything happened, I would have it on tape. And I really just thought I was going to film all the students that were breaking into the vehicles and nothing else. I wasn't expecting anything like a physical confrontation. And anyways, just to warn you ahead of time, this video does have some bad language, and if you don't feel you're mature enough or old enough to handle that language, then please click on one of my other videos. They're a lot more family oriented. But otherwise, this video is more for educational purposes. I'm not trying to promote fighting. I'm not trying to promote bad language or anything that happened in this video. I'm just here to. This is just something to educate. This is something that I filmed, that I kept for the sake of education. And anyways, forgive me for any of the language that I picked up. I wasn't intending on all this stuff to happen. Later on, I'll talk about how things could have worked out differently, and hopefully you can learn something from this. And here's the scenario.
Hey, no one needs body bags. caught on tape.
Can't reach me.
Do a good pulsing, Kyle.
Better make sure the keys weren't in there. I need to go home. Yeah, give me a ring. I got to go inside. This is Rampage. Ball humbug. On the last day.
Bye, Miss Anderson.
We love you.
Oh, dude. Is your car get wrapped?
Nope. I got to it.
Yeah, put it in the back. Don't put it in the cab.
Brandy, honey, I love you. Yes, I did.
Whoa, wait, what happened?
Hey, y'all don't be worried about your freaking toilet paper. Okay, look, you know what? Hey, stop it! You ain't gonna walk, boy! You ain't gonna walk! Hey! She's a warning gate! Hey!
Fuck you!
Yay! Listen, she's a woman! She can't even smile!
Hi, I'm Asatsu5, and again I want to apologize for the bad language, and also for my bad photography skills at the time. And it was really, you know that I'm usually better than that, but I was kind of just shocked. You know, I wasn't looking through the viewfinder, I was just looking at what was happening. That's why you kind of see the camera kind of changing directions, you know, shaking off, turning towards where the action isn't. And that was just because I wasn't looking at necessarily the viewfinder, I was looking at what was happening. And well, by the way, what do you think of that little lady that broke that fight up? That was my teacher at the time. I was in her class at the time, and you know, I told her about you know, what was happening. I was going out to film, and I had permission to be out there at the time. The seniors weren't supposed to be out though, and but you know, she went out there just to kind of look at things. And then she kind of went back, and she, you know, after everything seemed to be alright to her, she went back to kind of check on her class, and you know, so that's how she got out though. Anyways, definition of breaking and entering: going onto someone else's property without their permission. Doesn't matter if they left their vehicle unlocked or their house unlocked. If you don't have permission to be there and you go in anyways, that is breaking and entering. And we saw an example of that. The kid in the white short going into several different vehicles, trying to opening up doors, see if they're unlocked or not. Went into my vehicle, went into some other people's vehicles, and luckily I was able to stop him from doing anything to mine. But so I started filming, and the guy with the blue polo short with the collar flipped up like the 80s, he was a kid that was also in my class, that class period, and I think that was 8th period, so it's near the end of the day. I told my whole class that what was happening, and he stayed in there for once, but he kept on saying, "Man, that ain't right. You don't mess with people's vehicles. You don't mess with people's vehicles." And I don't think he had a vehicle at the time, but he was just like, "Man, that just ain't right. They need to stop." But he didn't come out right away. So I went out though and started filming, and you saw that the guy in the white short opened up the car in front of me's the car door in front of me. That vehicle's door was open. Then he said that he had to borrow some people's bags of trash, and then he got distracted and tried opening up other people's vehicles. And then you saw the guy in the blue short who had nothing but great intentions. He wasn't looking for a fight. He wasn't he wasn't trying to impress anybody. He just was doing what he believed in. And he walked up, locked that girl's car, and shut it. And then he proceeded to go to the red truck and clean the trash out of it. And that's when the guy in the white started getting upset because he was ruining his plans. And that's when the little shoving war began. And then you saw the teacher intervene and break it up. And then you also saw some other good Samaritan fend back the kid in the white short, hold him back and making sure that he don't accidentally hit the teacher or progress the fight any further than it already has. My footage was used as evidence for that particular situation, and I don't know what happened to the kid in white, but the guy in blue who was out there for, that had all good intentions, wasn't planning on starting anything. I think he got sent home or ISS or something. I can't remember what exactly happened, but I think he got the rest of the day in school suspension, which I thought was kind of lame, but I wasn't the principal. That was his decision, and he stuck to it. So anyways, way this could have worked out differently, besides me not telling everybody that their vehicles are going to get broke into. One, we could have just called school security or school security officer, had him take care of it. Could have called the principal over the intercom or phone, say, "Hey, this is happening, we need to stop it." I want to change the fact, if I could change anything, that I would change the fact that the confrontation happened, but that was a good thing that the guy in blue did, closing and then locking the doors of that one girl's car and all that. But when he got into that little "I'm going to take this trash out, you're going to put it back in" thing, preferably in the school's eyes, he should have just called it quits and left. And some other thoughts. I don't understand why people lock eyes and square up and just kind of start talking. You saw them kind of lock eyes and stare each other down, which is a dead giveaway of what's about to happen. But I've always had the philosophy, I've always been taught if you're going to do something, do it. Now, you'll say, well, wait, you got the lock and you start banging on the desk. You're clearly trying to intimidate yourself out of a fight. And this is true because I've also been taught never start anything, just finish it. And like I said, I regret pulling out the lock. But anyways, they locked up, started shoving. Teachers intervened. Something that I disagree with a lot is that the white kid, not the white kid, but the kid in the white shirt, started saying, I'm going to effing kill you. I'm going to effing kill you. Let's go. You want to go? I'm going to kill you. As far as I'm concerned, when someone says in a confrontation, I'm going to kill you, you are completely in your rights to stop that threat, even if it's an empty threat or not. If someone says they're going to kill you, then you're perfectly reasonable to accept that as a real life-threatening situation and to treat it as such. So I'm just saying, if someone said that to me, there would have been a lot more that would have happened. Again, I'm not trying to promote violence, but that is a life threat. They should be taken seriously. Now, if you're at a party and someone brings up something that embarrassing that happened to you in the past, like, oh yeah, you remember that time that you fell out of the tree and broke your arm, and you're like, oh man, I'm going to kill you, you need to stop talking like that. That's different. But if you're in a confrontation and you're yelling obscenities and that you're going to kill someone, that should be handled seriously. And anyways, different ways this could have turned out. Thank God that the teacher was there, and usually our school is very good if a fight's fixing to happen, and the students, depending on which students are there at the time, whether it be me or the other students, are pretty good about breaking it up if it's over something stupid. Now, if it's something that the other students feel the other person deserved, they'll let it go on for about 5 seconds and then break it up. I'm not saying that's correct or not. I'm just saying that's what has happened. There was a certain code of ethics that a lot of the guys at my school have, and I've seen many fights being broke up by other students because the teachers couldn't get there, or the teachers might have been female and couldn't handle it all by themselves, which happened in this scenario. I've seen a student who picked up this student was a little bit bigger than this other student. This one student was real little, and he had that short man's disease where he had to prove himself constantly, or he felt he had to prove himself constantly. And he was fixing to fight this other kid for whatever stupid reason. And I seen a sheepdog, good Samaritan, whatever you want to call it. I've seen a good person walk up behind him, grab him, do a kind of a reverse barrel hug, pick him up, and walk him to the principal's office. And you should have seen the look on that kid's face when a guy was able to physically pick him up and walk away with him. He was not happy. But, it's good. It's good when you have people who are willing to break up fights, go for help, and all that. And, this could have turned out a lot worse than it actually did. There was no actual throwing of the fist, kicking, kneeing, elbows. It was just shoving, but it could have got a lot worse. And this video again, is for your own educational purposes. I'm not. This is not for entertainment. This is purely to give you something to think about. How could I have done things differently? If I was in this situation, would I have shut the girl's car, lock it, and go get help? Would I have continued on to clean up the other vehicle? Would I have continued to fight, or would I have just backed down? I don't know. I can't say for sure if there was a right or wrong answer as far as your own personal beliefs, but this video will give you things to think about, and I hope you can get something from this video. I hope that you can put yourself in the situation of the owners of the vehicles, the person who was trying to help. Put yourself in, to perceive this in all different directions, from the point of view of the other people. And I'm Satsu 5, and I'm out.